Previous session, we looked at how to measure the, let's say, the agile project performance. And this session will look into how to measure the team performance and how also to, let's say, to measure the quality performance within your agile project. So we'll explore how effectively to measure the team productivity, the quality, and the importance of using, let's say, the data to drive a continuous improvement. As we know that metrics plays a vital role in assessing agile team performance, identifying bottlenecks and fostering a growth within agile, let's say, framework. So agile metrics are designed to measure the performance in a way that it supports the collaboration, adaptability, and value delivery. Unlike the traditional metrics, which often focuses on individual output or resource utilization. Agile metrics prioritize outcomes and team dynamics. They serve as a tool for identifying the opportunities for improvement, not just for assigning the blame to someone. The key metrics that we have looked into the velocity to measure the amount of work that were completed within a sprint. Also, we looked at the cycle time, which tracks the time taken to, let's say, to complete a work item. And throughput here we haven't seen before, which is the number of tasks or stories completed within a period of time, and also the defect density, which is also part of the quality metrics that we are going to explain on the next slide. So the density, it's the ratio of defects to the delivered work. So think of that you have maybe delivered 20 features. Maybe you have, let's say, 10% out of these 20 features. Maybe you have one or two defects within a sprint or whatever. So this is the ratio of the defects of to, let's say, to delivered work. So some of these key metrics for agile teams include the velocity and let's say the cycle time and throughput and the defect density. Highlights the quality of the deliverables by calculating, the let's say the sprint velocity, cycle time, the time needed to complete these tasks, and also the lead time, which we have looked into a process, or the time that needed a process to go through the entire process. Also, the defect density. So, what exactly the importance of all of these measures to us as scrum masters or project managers? So, measuring team productivity is critical to identify the bottlenecks and inefficiencies that may hinder the, let's say, the team progress. Productivity metrics also provides an insight into how the work is distributed across the team, ensuring that there is no single member is overburdened or underutilized. So, by analyzing these metrics, teams can make data-driven decisions to refine their processes and improve the overall performance. Again, so what was the importance of having a look at all of these measures and measuring the team the productivity is to identify the bottlenecks and inefficiencies, and it helps to understand the workload distribution within your team and enables data-driven decision for process improvements. Now let's look at the quality metrics, how you track the quality. So over the last session and the beginning of the session, we looked on how to say to measure the team performance, the agile performance as a term of project. Now let's look into how to measure the quality within your agile project. So quality metrics are essential for maintaining a high standards in agile projects. The first metric here we have is defect trends, and defect trends, it highlights the recurring issues or the let's say the number of defects that were tracked during a time, allowing the teams to address the root causes of these issues and to resolve these causes to avoid getting the same reoccurring issues. Also, we have the escaped defects, and the escape defects we haven't seen before. And escape defects, or those who were found after the release. So think of these defects that it's been escaped and it's been discovered by maybe the end users or the stakeholders, and the cost of the escape defects can impact, it can affect the let's say the team, let's say reputation, as the team isn't looking well at their deliverables. Maybe there are some testing issues, some testing inefficiencies within the processes, so it need to be resolved, because the cost of you know reproducing the release or pulling back some of these releases, or pulling back some of these features, and working again on them, it costs the time. Also it will have waste of costs and resources, as well as the reputation of your team. So these escape defects, it measures the it measures the effectiveness sometimes of your testing processes, also the customer satisfaction, which is gathered through the direct feedback, and it provides a valuable perspective on the end user experience. Driving the continuous improvement. So this is the main purpose of we are looking at these measures, we are gathering data, we are making more data driven decisions. So metrics should be used to drive a continuous improvement. And by identifying areas for enhancements or improvement, teams can discuss these maybe insights during the retrospectives, which fosters an open culture of learning and adaptation. And by aligning the metrics with agile principles, teams can ensure that their focus remains on delivering value and improving the collaboration within your team. Again, not let's say to find someone to blame. It's being used to have a continuous improvement within your processes and within your team. Common pitfalls in agile metrics and in measuring these metrics. So while metrics are powerful tools, misusing them can be sometimes counterproductive. And overemphasizing on velocity may lead team burnout as members rush to meet targets and without focusing on the quality. So the overemphasis on velocity can lead to burnout of your team again. Also, uh, misinterpreting the data, interpreting the data without context can create a confusion. Without considering the context, it can result to misaligned or misguided decisions. So, using these metrics also, it should be used for continuous improvement within your agile processes, not not to micromanage, let's say, the team, which disrupt the trust within your team, and that will cause undermining the let's say the agile values. Tools and techniques we already have seen in the previous session. Tools like Jira, Trello, and Azure DevOps can, be used to track the agile metrics. And these platforms offer real-time tracking dashboards that visualize the performance trends effectively. Also, automation within these tools ensures the accurate and constant data collection, enabling the team to focus on analysis and improvement. Let's look now at one of these case studies, where one of these software development team have improved their team performance, by measuring these metrics. So, a software development team who use agile metrics to improve their performance significantly. And by analyzing the cycle time data, they reduce the average time taking to complete the work items by 25%. Also, they utilize the defect density to the density insights, which has helped them to enhance their testing processes, and it has helped them to identify the bottlenecks within their testing processes, and they resolve the root causes behind them. Also, the retrospectives has informed biometrics, which led to more efficient and productive sprints. So think of all of these measures by understanding and by measuring the cycle time, the defect density, and the retrospectives, let's say, outputs, has helped the team to have a more efficient and productive sprints. And to summarize our session on agile team performance and quality metrics, we say that agile teams performance metrics are essential for providing an actionable insights that drives the continuous improvement, not to micromanage or not to blame someone. Key metrics such as the productivity, the quality, and the customer satisfaction, it helps the teams to measure their performance effectively. And by using these metrics, for example, the productivity, we looked at the cycle time, the lead time. We looked also at the lagging metrics, the leading metrics, which can help you to predict the future, and it help you to analyze the historical, let's say, data. We looked also at the velocity to understand the team performance, and the quality when we looked at the escape defects, the also the defect density, the throughput. Also, we all look at all of these metrics, and the customer satisfaction when we introduce the customer satisfaction scores, NPS, which has helped us to understand the customer satisfaction. So all of these metrics, it's by using these metrics responsibly and aligning them with agile principles, teams can foster a culture of growth and collaboration.